Hello, Bulls. Hello, Bears. Welcome to another episode of Stock Rumors. Bulls and Bears, I have bad news for you. I have bad news for you. The system is broken. Now, I don't know if it was built that way or if we broke it along the way, but the system is broken. How do we know? Well, when we look back to the Great Recession, right, the housing bubble of 2007, 2009, the response to that was to print out billions of dollars, right? So they put a band-aid on the bubble, on the economic bubble, right? Billions of dollars printed out and poured into the system. Now, in the 2020 crash, no one wants to talk about billions anymore, right? Now they're printing out trillions. That's a lot of money. Perhaps some of us can't even imagine or grasp the idea of trillions of dollars. That's a lot of money. So what do? We put a bigger band-aid on the problem. The system is broken. So there are some lessons that we could learn from the 2020 crash, the 2009 recession. There are things that we should learn, right? So that we don't repeat the same mistakes again. What are some of those mistakes? Well, we could see what society labels essential, right? We could see a shift in priorities in society. So we see a rebound, right, in the stock market. We see how the S&P, the Dow are going up, right? We see one of the biggest rebounds in the market. And that's besides the fact that the GDP shrunk and there are almost 30 million Americans unemployed, right? So on the one side, we got the GDP shrinking, and on the other side, we got the government printing trillions of dollars and pouring it into the system. So any person who knows a little bit about economics or math for that matter knows that that's a recipe for disaster. But yet we see the stock market bouncing back up. Now, I don't know if the problem was solved or if this is just a dead cat bounce. I don't know. But something I know is that we should prepare, right? Because number one, we saw how the medical system couldn't handle the amount of traffic into the hospital. Now, I will not debate if the hospitals were really empty or full, or if, let's not talk about conspiracies right now, right? Let's say that there was a lot of people going into the hospitals, but we saw how governors were, begging the government for ventilators and masks, and so something that we can learn is that the medical system will not be able to handle, right, a bigger catastrophe like the one we saw in 2020. So what could we do on our end? Well, we could try to improve our health. And I've said this before, right? We could, stop eating junk food, right? We got to take care of ourselves, because in a time of stress, of chaos, maybe the system will not be able to protect us. So that's something that we could learn. So what we should have at home is survival books, right? Because in case of another disaster like the one we experienced, we're gonna have to survive. And the less we depend on the system, the better will be for us. So we should have first aid books, survival books at home, okay? Because we don't know what could happen in the near future. We saw the government print out a lot of money, so much money that we cannot even comprehend. And all that was poured into the system. And that can cause a hyperinflation. So we should prepare, okay? Now, if you're able to plant, to grow food in your own backyard, you should learn how to do it. You should start doing it right now. Because something else that we didn't really experience, but we saw some signs of, is the food supply chain, right? And we saw some people suggesting that the food supply was breaking. And we see how people react, right? They empty the shelves. And if we don't know how to grow our own food, how to survive on our own, we could be in a lot of trouble. So, food, survival books, even if you don't read them right now, but you should have them at hand just in case, guys. Just in case. Communication, walkie-talkies, some type of communication, because of course we're all depending on Wi-Fi and our cell phones. But what if something major happens? What if, right? And talking about that, we should have solar batteries, right? Rechargeable solar batteries, because we need energy. We don't know if we will be able to even afford electricity. Okay, so if you're able to have a generator, a solar panel, prepare. Listen, in times of panic, the rich, the elite, they will hide in their bunkers. They're already prepared. And us individually, we're going to have to take care of ourselves to survive. So those are some things that we have to prepare, right? Nobody was expecting the entire market, the entire world economy to crash due to a virus. And look what happened. So we should prepare for the worst, even if it doesn't happen. Energy, okay, solar panels, solar batteries, solar, what do you call that? Phone chargers. We need to be prepared to use other energy sources, survival kits. Okay, if you're able to store food and water, you should do that. And we see, right? All they have to say is supermarkets are closed. And what's going to happen to us? Okay? So we have to prepare. We have to acquire some skills, manual skills. Like many people love to just work on a computer and that's it. But listen, something we could also learn from the Great Depression, right? People had to trade skills, okay? You would like cut wood for others, and they would give you some eggs, and you had to cook for someone else for them to give you some food. You listen, learn skills. The more skills you have, the more chances of survival that you will have. Okay, even something as simple as to cut someone's hair, right? You cut someone's hair and they give you, I don't know, they give you an olive, and you're able to survive for the day, an apple, anything. You need to learn some skills, some basic skills. Um, so yes, don't depend so much on the system. We see now 30 million people unemployed. We see people begging for stimulus money. We see how what we used to think was essential now is not essential, right? So you should learn some skills. You should take care of your health now. Okay, water filters, that's another thing. If we get another chance, right? If things get a little better, they open up the economy, prepare. Because all we did was to put a bigger band-aid on the system. The system is broken, guys. Now, this channel is Stock Rumors, right? Here we teach how to invest, bulls and bears, right? I don't remember as much what happened after 9/11. I was a teenager back then. I really didn't pay attention too much to economics, but I do remember the Great Recession of 2007, 2009. And right after that happened, I heard many people say, if I had known, I would have bought real estate, but I'm gonna wait for the next cycle. And I hear people all the time, if I had known back then, I would have invested. And people say the same thing over and over and over. Now the window of opportunity closes quick, right? So if you're not willing to take risks, you will not be able to make money. Okay? You will always depend on your day job. And this 2020 crash teaches us that maybe we could learn how to work from home. Okay, we all depend on our 9 to 5 job. We all go to work like little soldiers, but it's been proven that people can work from home as efficiently. So if you never learned a skill, you never started your own business, you never invested any money, think again. Okay? Now, we still have some areas in the market. We still have some fields, some sectors that haven't bounced back up yet. Okay, we have some hotel names. We have some airlines. We still have some cruise ship companies. Even technology. We still see Disney, right? Their parks are closed. The stocks are cheap, right? They haven't really bounced back up all the way. If you're not willing to invest now because you want to time the market, you want to hit the bottom, well, you will not be able to make money. Okay? Let me break it to you. It was those people who took the risks back in 2007, 2009, even 2011. Those were the ones who bought the real estate and then they sold those houses in 2019. Those were the ones who made money. But sometimes we just want the money handed to us in our hands. That doesn't work. It doesn't work that way. We have to be able to take some risks. Okay? So on the one side, I say prepare for the worst. Prepare for the worst. Have some food. Have some water filters. You don't know if you're gonna drink water from a river. Okay? Learn how to fish, how to hunt. You don't know what's going to happen. Prepare for the worst. But on the other hand, on the other side, I say take some risks. Invest. Not everything, okay? Because you don't know what's going to happen. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, but take some risks. Because if everything goes back to normal, we're going to see these stocks go to an even higher prices than they were back in 2019. Okay, if things go back to normal, and I hope that things go back to normal, we're gonna see a big rebound in the economy. And today is May the 2nd, 2020. The GDP shrunk, 30 million Americans without a job, and still we see the stock market almost at the same levels as they were back in 2019. So imagine when things go back to normal. Boom! Stocks are going to go even higher. That's if things go back to normal. But if you don't take those risks, those odds, you will never make money, okay? You will always depend on the system. So the window of opportunity is closing, okay? As we see the states opening up, the economy getting back to normal, people going back to their jobs, companies opening back up, we're going to see stocks go even higher. So prepare for the worst. Now take some risks, okay? If you never thought about opening your own business, your own work from home, think again. Now learn from the essential jobs, okay? Learn from what society called essential jobs. Okay? That's it for now, bulls and bears. I hope everybody's safe out there. I hope everybody becomes a bull. I hope everybody's able to make some money in the stock market. And that's it for now, bulls and bears. I'll see you in the next one.